Well, thank you for staying with us. The holiday season is definitely a little bit different this year, particularly because of the pandemic and COVID-19. With Christmas almost a week away, many people are relying on simply online shopping, and they're left wondering what to get for Christmas. And with the recent release of PS5, Xbox Series S, and also the iPhone 12 and much more, our next guest is no stranger to us. She brings clarity to all the stuff that is going on in the world of technology. Joining us now to share a little bit more is the editor-in-chief of Laptop Magazine, Sherri L. Smith. And good to have you back, Sherri.
It is always a pleasure to be here, sir. I am so excited to talk about this topic because there's a lot to talk about. So where do you want me to start?
Well, look, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. How about that? So let's talk about the fact that Christmas is here. You've got gifts that we can talk about. Let me have my own personal thing. I'm still struggling. iPhone 12, yay, nay, way. Give me the skinny.
The iPhone 12, I would say it's a yay for iPhone 12 users.
All right.
We gave it 4 stars on Laptop Mag, and we call it a flawed masterpiece. So you get unmatched performance, you get excellent cameras. The cameras, like iPhone cameras, are really, it's hard to compete with them, and this is just keeping up the tradition. It's got serious software support, and it's got that beautiful blue design. If you are a fan of blue like I am, and it's got solid battery life, but only with the 5G off. Hopefully, as we get further into 5G, they'll send over a firmware patch and upgrade that battery life. The cons: 64 gigs of storage. Come on, Apple, you got to stop with this. You keep just nickel and diming us on things like this. Like, 64 gigs is not enough for all the photos and videos and Snapchats and TikToks and games, all the stuff that you want to put on a phone like that. Like, that's not enough storage. It's only got a 60 hertz display, so that basically there are phones now that are doing 90 hertz and 120 hertz, which it doesn't seem like a big difference until you're actually playing a game or you're scrolling and you notice that the screen is just gliding along. Like, there's a big difference with that. And of course, Apple's controversial decision to not include a charger in the box.
No charger.
No charger. So Apple, I am dead serious. That's a heart attack. So Apple, saying that it is it's thinking of the environment, has decided not to include a charger in the box. If you want to, they're banking on the fact that you already have a charger, and if not, you'll buy a charger. But they are trying to cut down on their carbon footprint, but a lot of people are disgruntled because it's like, well, no, it seems like you're just trying to nickel and dime us. So
yeah, no comment there, because I can't, not a comment that I can make on public television, at least. I mean, that's some stuff. That's crazy. Let me talk about the competitor, Galaxy. What do we got with the Galaxy, Samsung?
So we've got a lot with the Galaxy. So the S20 FE, which basically is the fan edition, Samsung's getting smart. They know that we are in the middle of a pandemic, and people might not want to spend over $1,000 on a phone. So so with the Galaxy S20 FE, you get a lot of the quality features from the original S20, but for less than $700. So that's music to anybody's ears, especially in this pandemic when we're still sitting here waiting for stimulus checks or the hope of a stimulus check. And people need phones, and it's been a while since we've had a solid mid-price phone. So the pros, affordably priced.
Right.
So, and you've got a bright 120 hertz display. So again, like I said, when you're gaming or you're scrolling, it's going to be very smooth. The screen, like Samsung does a beautiful screen. They're typically bright and vivid with rich color. So you're getting
Right.
all of that. You've got that versatile triple camera. So you've got an ultra wide camera. You've got all, like different sensors on there, so you can get some solid photos. Now, do they compare with the iPhone? Not like they're close, but like the iPhone is still the king of smartphone cameras, in my opinion, and you get
Right.
excellent performance. Now, the cons. The fingerprint reader was a little bit wonky. Like sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, which can be more than annoying when you're just trying to get into your your smartphone. And the RAM is a bit low at 6 gigs. We're used to seeing 8 gigs at this point, so 6 gigs is a bit low. So, but other than that, for the price, this is a solid phone, and I highly recommend it.
All right. Well, let me walk through some tech gifts for Christmas. We talked about phones, but listen, if somebody's out there, they want to get tech gifts for Christmas, what are some of the more popular ones? We got about 3 minutes, so tell me what I should be doing here.
Huh. Well, if you're looking for laptops, there is, of course, the new Apples, and with the new Apple Silicon chip, the M1 chip. You can get the Air or the 13-inch MacBook Pro on our site, and the MacBook Air earned 4.5. The new chips are out of this world, like excellent battery life. They stay cool, great performance. These are not like Apple is not a laptop to beat. But if you're not an Apple aficionado, Intel has also rolled out their latest chip, which is codenamed Tiger Lake. A very powerful chip. You'll find it in laptops like the Dell XPS 13, the XPS 13 2-in-1, the Asus ZenBook UX 325EA. Uh, Razer has a new laptop that's actually not going after gamers. It's actually going after productivity users. And it's called the Razer Book 13, and it also has the 11th gen Tiger Lake processor in there. So there's a lot to consider for laptops.
Amazing.
This like so there's a lot to shop for, and of course, if you can find it, there's the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. Um, I have all three consoles because I reviewed them. They're If you're going to try to go for a console, go for the PS5 if you can get it. I know it's so hard to get it. Like it's this whole thing with scalpers using these high-tech bots to buy everything out and then just scalp it at ridiculous prices. But if you can be patient, try to be patient and don't give up. Um it's got some really great titles with it, and I'm enjoying my time with it. That's not to say that the Xbox Series X or S are lesser systems. It's just that in terms of exclusive game titles, Xbox hasn't brought those out yet. That doesn't mean that they're not coming, because as we discussed on previous episodes, Xbox acquired a lot of gaming houses, so we should be seeing those the fruits of those labors very soon. It's just it didn't happen towards launch, but that doesn't mean that you don't have a wide catalog of Xbox games to play. Uh, and speaking of games, the hot game right now is Cyberpunk 2077. I am in the midst of starting my playthrough. I would highly recommend, if you're going to get it on PC. There have been a number of complaints about the image quality compared on a PC compared to the consoles, whether it's PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. They haven't been optimized for next gen systems yet, so it looks like Honestly, it looks like the graphics came from either a PS3 or an Xbox 360. It's kind of looking a little rough, to the point that Sony and CD Projekt Red, who are the developers of the game, are refunding
Wow.
console players money, because it's just not a fair comparison. So they're launching a bunch of patches to try to remedy the solution. But like, if you're going to go and get it, if you have a PC, a gaming PC, I would highly recommend that you go with the gaming PC version of this game.
Ah, okay. We'll leave it there, Sherri, and thank you so much for sharing with us. I mean, a lot to think about, but I think they got enough information. We got enough information on what to do. I'm still tripping about this iPhone and no battery pack. I'm gonna get through this, but show's over, so I gotta just segment's over. I'm just gonna go home and wrestle with this. But thanks for being with us.
Not a problem. It's always a pleasure.
Now, listen, I want to let you know, if you do want more information, we want you to make sure you get connected to her. Follow her on social media at Laptop Mag. That's their social media, Laptop Mag, and also their website, laptopmag.com.